and welcome to Tracy Mommy Reads. I am back from my holiday hiatus and here to just share some things that are going to be going on the channel before we debut the first review of 2025 next week. I hope that all of you had a very safe and, pleasant holiday time off, if you had time off from work or school or whatever, if you spent it with family and friends, or if you spent it just, solo doing some reflecting. I hope that it was a good time and that you're kind of refreshed and focused for the years ahead, that who knows what's about to happen. But anyway, I also want to apologize. I'm getting over a cold. We went to Denver, Colorado for the second part of the break, like right after Christmas, and it was beautiful. A lot of snow, and the weather, was really cold. And the next to the last day that we were there, we went tubing, and I'm going to share a clip of that here. But we went tubing, and the first time or two, it wasn't bad. I mean, well, I'm not gonna lie. The first time it was a bit terrifying because I didn't realize the drop was so steep. But I did it because that's what I do, conquer my fears. But the last time we went down, y'all, it had started snowing, and like the wind was blowing, slapping me in my face, and your hood, your hat or whatever, the stuff is falling off and snow is getting everywhere. So I think that it got me. Like that next day I felt awful, and I'm kind of still dealing with some residual stuff from that. So pardon my voice. I am also going to be doing a couple of videos today that are going to be scheduled. So you may hear this tone in a couple of videos. So hopefully it's not, too grating or annoying. But anyway, like I said, I'm excited to be back. Christmas was good. I got some bookish type gifts that I wanted to share with you guys. First of all, this isn't bookish, but anybody knows me knows that I love Prince. I feel like I love a lot of people's music. I support a lot of people, but I don't know that I would just call myself a fan, because, that word derives from fanatic. But for Prince, yeah, I was a whole fan. And my son got me this pop. I love little tchotchkes and little things to put on my bookshelf. And I don't even collect these, but I had said that he was the only person I would buy one of, unless I had one made myself. But how cool is that? So yeah, this is like the I guess the Purple Rain one, or yeah, it says Purple Rain on the back. So this is one of my Christmas gifts. So you may see that on my shelf. I have moved my chair over to another section of the bookshelf just to give some different like visuals. We're going into, what is this, like year 4? I think this is year 4 on the channel. So just trying to do some different things. We'll see how long it lasts though. And another thing that I got, let me see, it's over here behind me. This I think it came out from Uncommon Goods. I don't know if you can see that. It's called Fiction Prescriptions. And basically what this is a set of cards, and there's some tabs here. And so if you're looking for books that kind of evoke these type of emotions, excitement, happiness, calm, or whatever, you can go through and you pick up, this isn't as easy as I thought it would be. You just pick up one of the cards. So like the first section says love. So the card is Lie With Me. It says this is about first love. Lie With Me by Felipe Besson, or Sweet Sorrow by David Nichols. And it gives you like a breakdown kind of what the book is about. And, if you're interested, and that's something you can maybe check out. I mean, like I need more, I need more reason or distraction to dive into new books that aren't on my TBR. But I saw this and I was like, that's pretty cool though, because it will give me some titles that hopefully I'm not familiar with. And, that's why I have a never-ending supply of things to read, ergo things to review, to bring to the channel, right? So my daughter got me these. I dropped the top. I'm not gonna worry about getting that right now. And the last thing, and I'll break away to show you, is on the shelf over in the corner, I created a TBR section. And I think I've talked about this as well. I'm not so much a planner as far as, okay, these are the 4 books I want to read in this month. This is what, but more so like a mood reader. If I'm in the mood for it, or if I feel like, I want to read a good thriller, or I just want something lighthearted, or if something comes across and I start reading the blurb, I may just start reading the book. However, I did want to have a place on the shelf where I could visually see, okay, girl, these are the books you haven't even read on this shelf, because it's easy if they're all blended in, because you look up there and if you see 7 that you've read, it doesn't matter how many you haven't read, because that seems like you're always going to be more up than you are down. But I just wanted to have these in a place where I could, when it is time for me, okay, I need to find something to read, I want to pick from that pile first. So there's that. Okay, so I have some notes here so that I can stay on track, because, I've already gotten off track. The number one thing that I wanted to mention is that I'm going to be moving my days that I post on the channel to Fridays at 2 p.m. I'm going to see if that does anything as far as the analytics go, because I am trying to get desperately to 2,000 subscribers, and I just want to, open up the audience. So first of all, let me just stop here and say, for those of you who are subscribing, thank you. I appreciate you so very much. I also ask that if you know other book lovers or people who you think may enjoy my content, that you share the channel, and that'll help me grow as well. But for now, starting next week with the first review of 2025, it will be on Friday, like at 2:00. They're going to be scheduled going forward. But just wanted to bring that to you guys' attention, because I don't even know if y'all knew that I was had a specific day that I posted, or if it just kind of came up in your feed and you just watched it when you saw it. But I was posting on Wednesdays before. Also, a thing that I bought for myself, I don't know if you can see that. I just got this off of Amazon. It's called Reading Journal. And basically what it is, it's a journal. Like, when you read books, you want to make notes, you want to review. Now, what I do is I have an app on my phone, and I think I've talked about this before, called the, oh my God, I have to put it here. I think it's called the Reading app, which is kind of crazy. Or maybe it's not called that. I'll let y'all know, I'll put a note up here, correct myself. But as I'm reading, I'll just open that app on my phone and I jot down my notes or my aha moments or whatever, things that I don't want to forget or what I was thinking at the time, so that when I do finally review the books, I can have my notes to talk about it. What I've been doing though, because I record on my phone, the app is on my phone. So I have to screenshot or email the content for that book to my Kindle. And then I go on my Kindle email, and then I have, it's a whole thing, because I didn't even realize how cumbersome that was until last year, when I was so far ahead of the game as far as books that I read and videos that I recorded. And I was doing it so often, it's like, God, there has to be a better way. So I bought this reading journal, and, it has essentially the same information, that's in the app. I'm going to keep using the app, as I read or whatever. But what I've started doing is I'm going to do a cut and paste, because I'm going to show you something, how I cheated. And I know y'all can't see this, and you're probably like, that is just way too small, but it works for me. It's better than the alternative of having to, do all the second steps. But I do notice that this font is kind of small, so I am going to enlarge it next time. So I know. But I'm just going to type out my notes and then paste them in here, so that I can at least, because my point is, when I forget something, then I start going off on a tangent. At least if I have it here, I can be like, Oh, and the other thing I wanted to mention about said thing, it'll already be here at a glance. So that's what I'm going to try to use this to stay more on track, because what I want to do, I want to be a little bit more comprehensive yet succinct in my reviews going forward. I want to tell y'all what the book is about, what I liked about the book, what I didn't like about the book, let y'all know of any trigger warnings. But the big part is going to be like my takeaway, like what I feel like either the point of the book was or why somebody would want to read it, and I want to kind of keep some uniformity to my reviews so that people kind of know what to expect each time. And I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that will keep me from, giving any spoilers, for people who may not like that. And a sidebar, this video, I thought it was going to be short, but it probably won't be as short as I had anticipated. This is what I'm coming to learn. So, as it relates to book reviews, if it is a book that just kind of comes up, I'm scrolling through Instagram, oh, here's a book you should buy, and it looks interesting, and I click on it, and it jumps you over to Amazon or wherever the book page is, and I read the blurb, and it sounds really good. But for some reason, it only has like 3.5 stars. How they have the star system. I will then go down to the comments just to kind of see, well, what is the main problem? Is there a consistent issue here with this book? But when I go into those reviews, I am treading lightly and going, very carefully, because I realize that there may be a spoiler or two, because the people that have reviewed it have read it already, right? So I think it's kind of, I don't know, delusional maybe a little bit to think that you're going to cross a review channel where somebody has read a review or watched a movie or done a thing or listened to a song, and you're not going to get any spoilers. Because really, how can the person reacting or reviewing freely really talk about their true thoughts without dropping something from the book that somebody inevitably is going to consider a spoiler? I feel like, in that case, you just go in blind. If the plot sounds good to you, if it has decent, star ratings, read it. Then come here to my channel afterwards, see what I thought. Does it mesh with what you thought? Leave me a comment. I was thinking that too. Or no, that's not what I got from it. So I'm saying all this to say that I got quite a few comments last year about spoiling books. It's not my intention. I'm passionate about reading. Sometimes something may come out, but I have never, ever, ever given away the plot twist or the main thing of a story, which to me, that's the most important. So, come on in at your own peril. I've read the book. I'm going to be talking about the book. I may mention something from the book that you didn't want to know. So there's that. Anyway, off my high horse I go. Okay, my voice, I don't know if I'm going to make it to recording more videos today. The other thing, I'm going to be doing more, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to move to there's usually 4 Fridays or 4 weeks in the month. I'm going to have book reviews on 3 of those Fridays. And then what I'm going to call the final Friday of the month is it's going to be reserved for other bookish type content. Maybe book hauls, things where I talk about, my favorite characters, or, I don't know, just other stuff that's related to books and things that I feel like you guys would like. Library tours, bookstore tours. But one of the big things that I'm going to do as a part of that is I'm going to be doing books to movies or books to shows reviews. And there are so many books that are being adapted in 2025 and beyond. So I feel like that's going to be a good thing, because there's, a lot of popular books, and, you read them. And that's how my channel started. I was doing fan casting, right, at the end for each book. So to be able to see some of these books actually, how they're translated. I mean, the book is always better, in my opinion. There's been some times where they've really gotten it right. But I think I want to start doing some contrasts on that. Books to movies and like how they measured up and if we should have even did that or went that route. Have you messed up the book now, or did the book, the movie or show just exceed expectations? So be on the lookout for that. Just some different content on the final Fridays of each month. Yeah, and the last thing I wanted to mention, like I've said, before, and I said earlier in this video, that I'm a mood reader. Yeah, I got the TBR section over there, but there are some books coming out this year, and I'm really excited about some of the new releases, specifically Kennedy Ryan's like third book in her trilogy. So we'll get Hendrix's story, but yeah, I'm just excited, glad to have this platform where I can just gush and gaw and gasp. I love alliteration, about books, and having people who get that and who come here to watch and leave me such sweet, encouraging comments. So thanks, guys. I appreciate you so much for watching. Again, make sure that you like this video. And if you have not already subscribed, go ahead and do so now. We're on the road to 2,000. I feel like we could probably make that happen before year end even. But hey, I'm not going to be greedy. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thanks so much. You guys enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.